Andy Carabas here again with KZ Management, back with rule number 4 of our exploration into the rules of the way as laid out by Miyamoto Musashi in A Book of Five Rings. Rule number 4 states, know the way or know the ways of all professions. Now, in our last talk, we talked about become acquainted with every art. And we talked about how you should be at least acquainted, at least understand what your people do internally. Rule number 4 takes it to the outside, takes it externally. In other words, you should know a little bit about everybody you're dealing with who you are contracting for service with. For instance, if you are negotiating a lease on a property, it would do you a great deal of good as a business owner to understand a little bit about leasing and understand a little bit about property management, understand a little bit about how you can negotiate a lease. In other words, understand what it is the leasing agent is doing, understand what the property manager is doing for the property that you are thinking about moving into, if that's what you're going to do. If you're contracting with an electrician or a construction company or any profession, any outside agency that is going to be providing services to your business, I don't care what it is, marketing, computers, technology, anything, you should, as a business owner, understand something about how that profession works. In other words, you don't have to be an IT specialist, you don't have to be a marketing specialist, you don't have to be an electrician, you don't have to be a construction manager. What you do need to know, though, is you do need to know enough about what you're contracting for in order to be able to control it. It's the same process as understanding what your people internally are doing. You need to understand what the people externally are doing. And it's for no other reason than to understand if what they're telling you is true. More money's been lost in business by contracts being signed before the research was done to determine whether or not this couldn't be done another way. I'll give you an example. Early on in my career, I had the opportunity to take over a business that was struggling, and I built it from $1 million a year in sales to $5 million a year in sales over 5 years. And it was right about the time that computers were making inroads into business, into small businesses. And I couldn't find a computer that could do what I wanted it to do. I couldn't find a computer that was set up the way I wanted it set up. So I went out and I found out what I needed to know in order to get computers built that would work for my business. Now, the whys and wherefores and how I did that and what I did is a story for another day. But the point of the story is that I went out and I got very specific knowledge that allowed me to get exactly what I wanted at a cost that was much lower than what it would have been had I used an off-the-shelf solution. You should be doing the same thing with everything that you're contracting for on a daily basis in your business. If you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is Andy Carabas with KZ Management. I'm hoping that you're working on your business and not just in your business. If you'd like information on these and many other topics with regard to running your business and how to make your business better, visit kzmgt.com.